Hello, everybody, and welcome Everything NYJ podcast. This is the Jets Broncos preview game. I said preview twice. I don't know why. Preview game. Video. Gina, how you feeling about this?
Well, I wish I was in a better mood.
I gotta say, dude, I kind of just like foobarred that intro. Um, I'm like so like I really am like really upset about this. I am.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you. I'm so with
It's
you.
like I feel like all the positivity has kind of just been sucked out of me right now with this whole Jets team. It's like um I'm like in like this little like rut. I'm like, what is right? What is the right thing to do with Elijah Moore? Do
I
you trade
agree.
him? Do you
Yeah,
just keep him inactive every week? Like I feel like it's at the point where there's like no going back. There is no going back.
I agree.
The fan
It's
base is pissed
uh,
at you.
yeah. He's pulling a
So
lot of
stupid.
he's playing a lot of in my mind, he's playing a lot of kind of what's his name? Is it AJ? No, it's not AJ. It's Antonio Brown. It's kind of doing a little bit of Antonio Brown a little bit. What do you think?
Maybe a little. I mean, I hope it. I hope he doesn't go full Antonio Brown.
I mean, I can honestly see him leave the stadium in the middle. I mean, did you see that thing with Vera Tucker? Did you see that thing with
Yeah,
Vera
yeah,
Tucker?
yep,
Yeah,
yeah. Where he's like,
dude,
we don't do
bro,
that.
right, dude.
Has he been more of a cancer than we ever known?
I saw this kind of coming because he has been so he's changed so much, in my opinion. Like he just didn't seem like the right guy even in training camp to me.
Right, right.
Like I knew he was going to be a diva, but I didn't think he was going to be this bad. But since the last few weeks, including training camp and OTAs, I was like, this guy's going to be a problem if something doesn't change. And everyone's like, you didn't see this coming. You didn't see this coming. I'm like, dude, just look at all the film. Look at the film. Look at last year. Look at all of training camp. Look at all OTAs. Look at all the games. Look what he's doing on social media. And then AJ Brown comes into it. It's like, dude, there is no way that I mean we're not stupid, you know? Like
Yeah.
we're not
I mean,
stupid.
I'll be completely honest. I didn't see any of this coming. When I heard like the frustration, I was like, all right, he just wants more targets. I didn't think it was going to come down to him throwing a tantrum at the training facility and getting thrown out of practice and then requesting a trade.
Mm,
Dude, that this came out of complete left field from me. And like I didn't even notice it in training camp. I was like, oh, like he's a loud guy. He's a high quality guy. Like he's just a. I thought he was just a stand up guy. That's what I thought he was.
right. Well, there you go. Well, now
You
you're
know?
wrong. Now we're all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% wrong, I guess. I mean, s-
We're all wrong.
so he's obviously inactive on Sunday. Robert Saleh says in the media that he's not getting traded. They're like, yeah, we're not trading this guy. He's special.
Right.
And what do you know? Like if you're in charge, what do you do?
I understand, they want to like I understand, they want to like like they want to mend it. Like I get that. They want to mend this whole thing. They want things to be okay. They're trying their best to like not make excuses, but like to just make the situation better.
They're trying to downplay it.
I mean, but they're very good at that. Like they have said this whole entire time, even with Quentin Williams in the beginning of the season, with that whole thing, they are downplaying this so much, but everything keeps getting leaked to where it's like we can't downplay this anymore. I mean, he like you told me earlier, Liam. He deleted his right, deleted his Twitter for the Jets, or
Um,
deleted tweets and whatever. That was yeah. You
he
sent
didn't.
me that, right?
He deleted his tweets, some of them.
Hmm.
Like the ones like the I love my teammates and all that, like that's gone. I believe he
Right.
unfollowed the Jets on Twitter. Not to go back here, but that intro really pissed me off. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jets Broncos preview video from Everything NYJ. Liam, Italy Jet.
Okay.
Do you know how you feel? Dude, it was bothering me. That was a terrible intro. and was looking at it. So, do you want to throw that the social media up there? We'll promote our social media, then we'll get back into the show.
Sure. Here you go. This is where you can find us.
Yeah, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Everything NYJ, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube. Follow Gino at Italy Jet.
And also follow
Thank you
him
guys
as
for coming
well.
in and watching. Yep, yeah, follow me wherever. If you guys follow me, if you could find me. That's what I'll say. Yeah, not to go
That's
off
not
track there. It was
sketchy.
just like, yeah. No, like we're talking. I'm just thinking. I'm like, that was a terrible intro, and I'm like, I got to redo this. So
Yep.
that's what happens when you're live. You don't get to do things twice. You don't get to retake. So then you just redo it live. But
Right.
yeah. So Vinny and the Jets, welcome in. Thank you for commenting. I know you're not ready to hate him, Liam, but when you pull a stunt like there is no going back, we are already winning without him. Get rid of him now. That's the thing. It's like I liked him. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to see him go. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I really don't see like another possibility. I guess he's just going to be sitting on the sidelines playing cards with Denzel Mims every week. Like what is going on here? Denzel Mims is going to be active, but like, what do you do with him? Like, does he is he a cheerleader? Like, what does he do? Like, I don't understand, dude. Like, I don't know where to go from here. And like, this coaching staff is not really known for being truthful. To be completely honest with you. All right, there he is. I kind of forgot what Denzel Mims looked like. I mean, I haven't seen him all year. Haven't seen him since August. It's good
That's
to see.
hilarious.
How's he doing? Is he still doing good? I'm guess.
He's had a good practice, but oh, here we go. Jet show. How you doing, brother? I want him out. Let's go, Mims. Okay. Well, hey,
That
if
show.
that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to do, I mean, I'm
That
at
seems to
that
be the
point.
overall consensus. Like everybody
Yeah.
wants him out. I mean, I guess I do too. I don't know, dude. It's just I
Um,
can't believe we're here.
I mean, like I said, this doesn't shock me. I'm surprised it didn't happen with Fant and it didn't happen with Quentin
Yes, I would.
Williams.
Yes,
And Quentin Williams too, because of how things with
yeah.
Olbrook in the beginning. But I mean, that was just the Jets gods. But overall, it was too good. It was too quiet. It was too quiet.
Yeah,
So
we
like,
we were having
so
too
like,
much fun.
yeah, we're having too much fun. We can Jets fans can never have nice things. So it's one of those things where I was just like, this doesn't feel or sound right. So like by week 10 after the bye or before the bye, I was like, something's gonna happen. I just have this gut feeling because this doesn't feel right. So
So this is your fault.
it's not my fault. Jeez. Funny though. Funny though. Uh I just I just hate how like what is this play? Like what is he achieving? You just made yourself look horrible. This could be like a career ending thing for you. Now, granted,
That's
I know Debo, bitched and got his contract. AJ Brown bitched and got his contract and got traded. But I mean,
completely different.
they were good players before. You've not done much. Moore hasn't done
Not
much in
only
this league at all. He had the potential to be the leader, one of the leaders, and be a very good player. And he still can be a very good dynamic player. He's got so much talent. But dude, you dug yourself in a hole. What
well,
makes
not
you
only
think
that,
people want you right now? I don't know.
the those other players you just mentioned, that was all about money. We don't have to pay Elijah Moore for another 2 years.
Right.
Like this was it's so early in the season, and like this is about him that he's not being used to the best of his ability.
Right. I
Honestly,
agree.
I'd be 100% if I to get. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we got to get something out of this now, right? But like, what team is offering him a second round pick because he's unproven? And a second round pick, that's a high draft pick.
But the only way the Jets are going to trade more is if they get like a first or second round pick or a good player. We got to get a player back. If you're going to trade Mims too and Bryce Hall, you got to get a player back. I mean, you can't, dude, this team is ready to win now. Like this team is ready to win now. Next year, we're going to be a great team. And more if he's here or not, like we need a player. I want Brandon Cooks. cheap. He's the best wide receiver on Houston. Like, hey,
Trade him
hey
to
man,
Houston.
hey
Yeah, you
man.
trade him to Houston, he'll get everything he wants. He'll have his Elijah Moore will have his 1,000 yard season, and they'll win no games. It seems to be like a win-win. It seems to be that's what he wants. He could care less
Right.
about the team winning, but he just wants to get his stats.
True
And
that.
then freaking Brandon Marshall going out defending him.
Well, not only that, it's not only that, did you look at all the crap what AJ Brown did? I mean, AJ
Yeah,
Brown, it's just I mean, Vinny, I get it, but when he's not injured, he's good. You can't argue that.
same could be said for
But
Elijah Moore.
yeah, but that's different. Elijah Moore just he gets open a lot, but he hasn't really been injured. You know what I mean? Cooks has been injured. That's what he's saying. Do you see what he's saying? He's saying
Yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah, I
hurt too
got you.
much. So it's like I just don't. It's two different situations.
Let me ask you this. So this all stems from his lack of production. But meanwhile, he's like right up there with Corey Davis is, like being out on the field just as much. Why do you think he had such a lack of production? Do you have any idea? No, dude, I do not want Claypool. Nope.
Really?
No. 100% not.
Okay.
He's a
Why?
diva. He's a diva.
Okay. Fair.
And then
Um.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth from that game where, he let like all that time run down by celebrating the first down or whatever it was.
Mm, okay.
I still think about that. And ever since then, I'm like, yeah, I don't want this guy.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Um. I think overall. What was your question?
Why do you think he hasn't been getting the targets as much? Why do you think he's having a down year so far?
I
Because
think the
even
top.
not to cut you off, I'm sorry. Because like,
No, go on.
yes, they've been running the ball a lot more, but
Yeah.
when Zach Wilson does pass, he doesn't really seem to be looking in his direction.
I think he just hasn't. He was very open before, and I just think
Hmm.
he just hasn't been getting open. He
Yeah.
just, and also we've just been running the ball so much. We're trying to fit other people's schemes and expose people where they're not good. I mean, look at all the games we have been playing, and we've been using the run a lot because some of those teams are like in the middle to last in the running game. So it makes sense, but I know me and you have talked about it, Liam, where we're like frustrated with we want, more spaces with the wide receivers, more spaces with the tight ends, stop running the ball. But we've also said you got to go with what works, right? We got to go what works to win the game. And I still think Moore's time is coming. But at the same time, I mean, the organization has back. I mean, we were defending him a lot. And you
Yeah.
know what's really funny is all of them, all of them were like, "Hey, this is the game Moore's going to break out." Okay, next week. Hey, this is the game Moore's going to break out. Okay, next week. This is the game
Yeah.
Moore's going to break out. It's like that penalty against the Steelers really messed with his head, and he got a lot of
Yeah.
wrong people in his head. AJ Brown, his freaking agent, his family, they're all feeding him the wrong information. And when you have a diva like that, like a Jamal Adams, per se, two different situations, but that's the same thing. His agent was a mess, his family was a mess with this situation. They're all getting involved, and it's messing with this 22-year-old head.
No, yeah, absolutely, dude. It really is. And it's just like you said, he's getting the wrong information. Like, he doesn't have the right people in his ear. And
Right.
it's just like nobody was bothered by his lack of reps. Like we all still like loved him. Like prior to like this week, like he could have went anywhere and like signed some autographs. Like everyone was like, hey, like the Jets are winning. Like you're doing great. Like it wouldn't have been a problem. He's making this a problem. This was not a problem. I don't think I wasn't mad. I don't think you were mad. I could probably speak for most of the Jets fans. Like, we weren't mad that he was having kind of a down season. Like, we knew his time was gonna come. Like, eventually, there's gonna be a good team that can stop the run, and Zach Wilson is going to be forced to pass the ball. It's as simple as that.
Agreed. This is me. This is who I want. If you
I
want to
was
go
just gonna
play
say,
with your big bro, if you want to go play with your big bro, give me Devontae Smith. If you want that kind of guy to be in your ear, give me Smith. It's not going to happen, but that'd be great.
I was a little weird. I had to look at that. I'm like, did he just comment on our own video? I'm glad that you like acknowledged it. It would have been weird if you didn't acknowledge it. I'm like, oh, like, who's this?
I do it all the time. I always have another screen to make sure all the stuff is in order and interact with
Look at
people.
you.
I'm
Look at
prime.
you.
I'm prime.
But all right. So we spent 15 minutes on this. I mean, I didn't want to spend this much time on it, but
That's
it does
fine.
have to get talked about. It does have to get talked about. So he's going to be
Cool.
inactive. I don't
Right.
even know if he's going to be at the game. Like they're
Nope.
saying that
He's
like
he's not going to be in flight. He's going to stay home.
dude. And well, before we move on to this, it's like I wonder what his teammates think about him. Like, do the teammates like have his back? Are they on his side? Because you got to think like this is going to be saying a lot. Like all these young players are going to be looking at the like at Joe Douglas at the coaching staff and say, "How are you guys handling this?" Because like you can't force feed him the ball if he does stay, and I don't. You can't play him at all because it becomes a lose lose. Because if he doesn't get his his reps, that's all that the media is going to be talking about. Why didn't you guys throw him the ball? Do you guys not like him? Do you guys not trust him? Is what he's saying, is it true? But then you
Mhm.
don't want Zach like focusing on him. Like you want Zach to be going through his
Agreed.
progressions. You want Zach to be playing fluent football, just nice and smooth. Is Corey Davis open? Is Braxton Berrios open? Is Garrett Wilson open? You don't want him looking Elijah Moore, Elijah Moore, Elijah Moore, sack. Like we can't have that either. So it is kind of a catch-22 here, but I mean, he's done this to himself, dude. He has nobody to blame but himself.
Look what Dwayne Woody's been saying.
Elijah Moore, definitely not the best. Look, asking for a trade while your team is playing winning football. On the flip side, this dude is too talented to be this underutilized. You mean you can't find ways to get him the ball, to get the ball in his hands? Both parties need to figure this out. Yes, that's the thing. It is kind of on both parties in a situation, sort of. But do you think that there's a situation in which the Jets and Elijah Moore can hash this out?
No, I think it's too far gone.
Yeah,
Um,
once you ask for a trade, that's kind of
it's like
a
Mims.
bullet.
But then again, Mims could be the comeback story of the year. Who knows? But
Yeah, I mean, Mims hasn't said a word since
yeah,
since he requested a trade. And somebody like him, like you can't blame him for asking for a trade. Like they're not even dressing him he's not active every single week, and there's really
right.
no like one definitive reason like why he can't. Like it's just Robert Saleh saying like he needs to know everything, and he doesn't know everything, and he doesn't play special teams, so he's done. So it's like I understand that, but like Elijah Moore is a starting wide receiver. He's
Hmm.
going out there with the starters every week.
Right. I
And I guess it is the play calling because like he when he's in the slot, like they're not really using him like a slot, like he's just going down the field kind of like an outside receiver, like a big body receiver, and that's not how that's not who he is. He's more of like a slants, shorter guy. He's like 5'10", 5'11", like he's not Corey Davis. So
mhm.
I don't know. I think there's more to the story, honestly. There's got to be more.
It
It'll
always
come
is
out.
with the Jets. It always is with the
Yep.
Jets.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe like Zach was banging his mom or something. Who knows?
Dude. But here's some breaking news.
Yes, I saw that. I did see that. The Jets hosted veteran defensive tackle Linval Joseph on a visit today. Sources say the former second round pick of the Giants was back in Jersey for a potential return to the area. Why? Like, I'm not too crazy about more depth on the defensive line. Like, okay.
Mm, I think we really need it because a lot of these defensive lines are playing a lot of different snaps. Shepard's been playing a lot, and JFM has been playing. I mean, they've all been playing a lot. I think we need to get a little bit more in here, a little bit. I'm not
We
saying
can't
like go
find a
out and get like
linebacker?
not get out and get like two or three people, but I think we do need to bring a linebacker, a DT, a safety, and shoot, get a combo pack out of wide receiver. You can get rid of more Mims. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. So you want to get into this Jets Broncos game a little bit here, like as the
Sure.
title suggests. So the Broncos are
Well,
2-4.
okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was wondering where do you want to start? The Jets or the Broncos?
Well, I guess we could start with the Broncos. I mean, their quarterback Russell Wilson has been playing probably the worst football of his life. He's banged up. We're not even
Right.
sure. Do you have the injury report? Is he starting? Do we know? I think he is, right? Like I haven't heard that
Yeah.
he's out, but I know
Yeah.
he's injured. It's a little let's see. Russell Wilson hamstring limited practice. Yeah, he should be good to go, I'm sure. I'm sure he's playing. Which I mean, I'm okay with playing against Russell Wilson, are you?
I want him to play. It wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't. To to
Yeah.
to freaking
To put
to freaking
Brett
do that.
Rippey in.
Dude, I mean, there's already so many people against us. It's like to face against a guy that's washed up. Hell yeah. Like that, I mean, hopefully he continues to be washed up. I'm gonna I'm gonna quote a famous quote of Liam. Let's hope he just doesn't ball out against us, just like the old usual Jets. I don't think that that's gonna happen, but I it's always in the back of people's minds though. But I don't. Their offense sucks, but their defense is elite, top five elite team in the league. They just got Simmons back. I mean, Sertan's a freaking beast. Chubb is going to be a future Hall of Famer. I think it's just they're just so good everywhere in that defense, but that offense, they have great weapons on offense, but their old line sucks. And Russell Wilson is not up to. I mean, his Seahawks crap brought him to the Denver. So,
Yeah.
and people don't
He's
want
only
to play
gotten
for him.
worse too.
People don't want to play for him right now. So we got to take advantage of that. And that's what the
Yeah.
Jets have been lacking for a long time. So we did it against the Packers. Let's go fucking do it against the Broncos. I know we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're going to be saying, "Oh, it's the old Russell Wilson." It's another statement game. We need to go out and we need
Right.
to lay Russell Wilson out. I want
Mm-hmm.
Quinnen Williams to attack him. I want Sauce Gardner to get a safety against him. Like, let's just go out and embarrass this guy. Well, can we not do that? Can we not go out and embarrass quarterbacks? I think we can. I don't see a
Did
reason why
against
we can't.
Rodgers. Did against
Yeah,
Rodgers.
yep, they did against Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson. Like, we can go out and we could really put these guys in their place because like I think that's why like a lot of their games are ugly too. It's like their
Mm.
defense is stopping them, but like their offense isn't scoring points. So it's normally like a low scoring game. It's just I think the Jets are way better than these guys. I'm not worried about a trap game by any means. I'm really not. I mean, I guess it could happen, but these just they don't even know what a trap game is. Like they're too young to even know what a trap game is. All they know is to go out there and play football. And they're getting better and better each and every week. And Elijah Moore, he's not going to be a distraction there for him. I tend to actually kind of forget about him during the game, so it's like I just expect it to be business as usual.
Yeah.
Do you do you think that they're gonna try to run the ball a lot more, even like knowing what their defense is, or do you think they're gonna try to to test like Patrick Surtain in the passing game? What are you thinking?
I think overall, I think we're going to run the game, run the ball a little bit more. Honestly, we're going to be at that point right now where it's just the running game is working, and I think we will spread the ball out, but their cornerbacks and safeties are so damn good. It's like
Yeah,
it's just unbelievable. The blocking that we have, the starting line that we have, they have to be perfect. Like this Broncos team is no joke on defense, and I'm a little bit worried. I'm just a little bit worried. I'm not completely worried, but I'm a little bit worried because when Chubb's on the roll and Sertan is on a roll, that old line. I hope that they can do what they did last week. But I think we're going to continue to run the ball, and I think we'll see a few stuff with the wide receivers, and yeah, who knows what we're going to do with tight ends. But overall, I think we'll do a couple trick plays like we did last game as well.
right. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to some of that trickery, dude. If this offense can go out and beat Denver's defense,
Right.
that's gonna pay huge dividends for them. It really is. If Zach
I
Wilson could
agree.
get rolling and we could get the ball into the hands of Brees Hall and Michael Carter, then
Mm-hmm.
and if we could find a way to run the ball, that's my preferred choice. I don't care about Zach's stats right now. I really don't. I don't care. as long as Zach is looking good, he's not costing us the game. Just go out there and be a game manager. Um, so since Denzel Mims is active, what are you thinking that we're going to see from him?
Who?
Denzel Mims. Mims should have a big day. Do you think that this is possibly like a big selling point? You're frozen. Can you hear me? There he is. Gino, you good?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm good. What happened?
You just froze out and like your screen went black for a second, but I guess we're all right.
Oh, my bad. I don't know what happened.
No, that's cool. It's not your fault.
Um,
But yeah. Are you expecting like a big like this could be like a good showing for Denzel Mims if we do decide to trade him? We could show teams this game, be like, look, here he is in live game action when the game matters, and he's getting the job done. Or he go out there. Do you think he's gonna suck a little bit and be like, this is why you're not starting every week, buddy, and this is why you've been inactive? What do you think we're gonna see from him?
I think he's gonna have. I think this is gonna be a game where he's gonna show that he is not gonna be. I mean, Moore and Mims are gonna have some competition. If Mims has a big game, Joe D is gonna go and give him a big hug. Oh, my son. Oh, my father, because that's his boy. That's his boy. He loves Mims to death. So
Yep.
I am. I think Mims will have a good game. Is it going to have like a crazy game about stats and route runs and catches? No, but I think he'll be productive. In the preseason, he was very productive. So
Yeah, he was. He was playing his ass
so
off.
exactly. So I think he'll be productive, but I don't think he's going to like get like 2 or 3 touchdowns or like a touchdown. I think he's
I
going to
was,
be rusty. He's going to be rusty. He hasn't played in a while, so
yeah.
it's going to be up and downs. It's going to be up and downs. But I really do think he's gonna leave it all out there on the field. Though he is going to give everything he's got because this is his shot. More
Yep.
fucked
Yeah.
up, and now it's going to be Mims' shot. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, this is definitely like his one opportunity. Like the fact that he's active is like a blessing for him. And I think Robert Sala and the coaching staff, I think they are rooting for him. Like I think they want to see him do good. It's just I mean maybe they don't. I don't know because it does seem like they just don't like him. Like I don't know. It does
It's
kind of
like
seem that
Becton.
way that they
It's like Becton
yeah.
too.
I think that like the way they're looking at it like if he does great, if he does do good, great. If he doesn't, yeah, we told you so. This is why he doesn't play. But I don't know, dude. It's like I really want to see him get like I want to see Zach Wilson throw those 50-50 balls to him and get some contested catches because he's such a big body out there. Go out there and just win those 50-50 balls. Elijah Moore was losing some of those 50-50 balls when they were thrown his direction. He did have a couple of drops. Elijah Moore just lollipop piped himself. Yeah, I guess he did. He did. And this could be something going forward that this is
Oh,
something that
I'm
we could
laughing.
see going forward. Do you think he's going to start from here on out if he has a good showing? What's up, Anthony?
I think it's a very good possibility because it's like if you do that, you ball out like you are like. I mean, this is like your life. This is okay. This game for Mims, I know me and you have talked about it. This is like his life depended on it. Like this
Yeah,
is
no,
this is
it is.
it's this is like a do or die situation for a player on the offense, defense, or special teams. It just happens to be a wide receiver.
His
I
future is
mean,
riding on this game.
and not only that, it's always the next man up. John Harbaugh, he had 3 running backs that went out on him. He got 3 new running backs, and it was fine. 2 years ago,
Yeah,
no, a
you're
year
right.
ago, and it's like it's always the next man up. When someone gets injured, or someone does something stupid, it's always that guy. And Mims, man, you know what? If he does do something, I'm gonna give him a round of applause. If he's gonna be here
Yeah,
this year, if he's not, I will definitely say he has given his all. Like there's no half-assing with him. He had that crap with the seafood. He's learning from that first year. It's just he's come a long
he's made
way.
some
So
mistakes.
yeah, he's made some mistakes, and also the seafood that wasn't his fault. So it's like it's just you go back and forth with it.
Well, like last year we were seeing a lot too, where like when Elijah Moore was injured and we were decimated with injuries, no Corey Davis, Denzel Mims still wasn't seeing the field last year. He was getting passed on the depth chart by guys like Jeff Smith. So it's like I think the Jets want to know what I think he's going to end up getting traded, and I think that this is the game that they're going to showcase him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be the featured wide receiver, but I think that they're going to put him out there, give him a couple design catches, and just really be like, listen, like this is our guy. He's just not a great scheme fit. You could sell it however you want. If he plays good, that sells itself. But
Agreed.
now it's just now like with Elijah Moore's future uncertain, they might want to hang on to him, and they might use this to see exactly what he is and how they could use him moving forward. So either way, this is a good sign for Denzel Mims. It's a good thing that he's seeing the field. It's good for his future either way, whether he's going to be with the New York Jets or not. The only, it's just this depends on him. If Zach Wilson could get him the ball in his hands, come down with the ball, and just make the plays that you're designed to make. Simple as
Right.
that.
Agreed.
You know.
Agreed. Hands down.
Yep. Are you expecting like a big game from Garrett Wilson or Braxton Berrios? Because Garrett Wilson, not that he's complaining, and I don't want him to complain, but he seemed like he's kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit too. Like his production really hasn't been there since Joe Flacco went back out.
Well, when you think about it, all the wide receivers have, all the tight ends have, all the wide receivers have. I mean, they've both positions have been a shock on how much they have fallen because of how much LaFleur is sticking to the run game. So, I
Yeah.
mean, there was a nice pass, deja vu pass with Corey Davis, in the Tennessee game. It looked kind of like the
Yeah.
same thing, honestly. And then
Yeah.
Barrios is trick game, and then Uzama had a catch, Conklin had a catch, Wilson had a catch, but it's hard because Moore didn't have anything. So it's just, I really hope we spread it out. It's not going to be like this game where he's going to throw over for over 100 yards. He's not going to throw for over 200 yards either. It's just this game, he's got to be
Less than
smart.
100 yards? You
He's
think he
got to
throws
be
for less than
smart.
100?
I
Ooh,
think,
that's rough.
here's the, come
I
on,
feel like you
man.
almost have to try to throw to not throw over 100 yards. Like, that's kind of concerning.
But here, but here's the thing: they've been sticking with the run game a lot. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
run game
Yeah.
has been I mean, Paul and Carter had touchdowns last game. I mean, it's just it's they're just sticking with the run game right now, and it is concerning, with the tight ends and wide receiver usage. But gosh, let's hope Zach Wilson like spreads it out. LaFleur spreads it out because both of them are fuming right now against with Moore.
Yeah.
So, well, how big of a kick in the ass would it be if Wilson gets like 5 catches and then Davis gets 5 catches and then they each get a touchdown each and Barrios gets another touchdown, Uzama gets another touchdown? How much of a kick in the ass would that be? I will laugh my ass off.
And
I'm here
Wilson
for
has like his first like 300-yard game.
it.
Like,
Right.
yeah, no, I wasn't like making fun of you or anything, but it's just like for
Yeah.
him not to get 100 passing yards, like I feel like you almost have to like scheme it that way. Like it's so hard not to, like especially in like today's high flying NFL. But
Right.
what do you think in overall? What do you think Zach's stats are on the day? If you had to predict.
I think they're just going to use the run game again. I think it's just going to be working. I think just like what Anthony
Okay.
said, it's just going to be working. He's going to do a lot of short passes. He's going to go deep a few times, just like he did with the Packer game. I still think he's going to be conservative because this is a different defense than the Packers. Packers do have a very good defense, and they just didn't show up. But so did the
Yeah.
Jets. So it's like if we can exploit that, we can exploit them. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the same thing. What Wilson is doing with the Packers and with the Broncos. I
Yeah, I
think it's
think
going to.
he's somewhere. I'm sorry, were you not finished?
Oh no, I was sorry.
Okay. Um, I think it's gonna be. I don't know, maybe 15, 16 of 25. Like I think they're pretty good numbers. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking maybe Anthony, like these are good stats actually. 14 for 22, 160 yards, one touchdown. I don't think he throws any interceptions to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I think I'm somewhere in that range too. 14, 15, 16 passes.
mm,
Um what was he like 10 for 18 last week? Like that's incredible.
yeah,
But But yeah, I think we see a little bit more, and I think he has one touchdown pass maybe to Elijah Moore. Elijah shit. Elijah. He's on my mind. Braxton Berry. Oh jeez.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You know what? I'm
Oh
sticking
wow.
with it. Yeah. He's going to have a
Shut up,
touchdown
dude.
pass to Elijah Moore.
Right, right. That's
I can't believe
awesome.
I said that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Here, you got to laugh from Anthony.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, he's on my mind. He really. Yeah.
Right.
Elijah Moore. Where is he? Elijah Moore is due
Yeah.
for a touchdown, right?
Right.
That was
Here,
funny. We got to chop that up later.
man, my comment after Anthony. It's like you can't blame us, man. It's been a rough week. You just can't
Yeah,
blame
no.
us right now,
Yeah, dude,
man.
he really
It's
is like
just
I'm like
these.
I was at yep, I was at work today and I was like thinking about it and then like I was listening to like a couple other like podcasts and everything, like videos. Dude, I had to like shut it off. I'm like I don't even want to like deal with this right now. I was like I really can't.
Right,
Like it was like
right.
sucking the life out of me, dude. Like I was like depressed like at work. I'm like I can't do this. But yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
thinking that we're getting a touchdown to Braxton Berrios, not Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios. If Elijah Moore scores a touchdown this week, I'll give you $500. All
Oh
right, I'm calling
man.
it. That is my bold prediction that Elijah Moore, he buys a plane ticket, he shows up in Denver, he runs onto the field. I can see it already. I can see it.
That.
It's like a Hail
Oh
Mary.
my god.
All the it's like the game is on the line. All the Jets
Yeah.
are going deep. He's bombing it to Denzel Mims. Elijah Moore comes in, pass interference on offense, catches it, brings it down for a touchdown. Jets win. Everybody loves Elijah Moore once again.
Yeah.
All things are saved. Then he goes, he kicks Sal in the nuts, and he runs off, and next he joins a different team. That's how this game is gonna go, 100%.
I think well, just like Anthony brought up a good point. I mean, I think Davis and Wilson are up for a touchdown. I think
Yeah,
they're due up for a
even
touchdown.
Barrios.
Well,
Barrios had one last week.
Yeah, Barrios has had two touchdowns so far with trick plays and just even getting in the end zone and in the red zone. So it's been, I think it's good. I think it's good. But I really do think they're due for a touchdown. I really do. So maybe
Okay.
two touchdowns, one touchdown, but it's going to be either one of those. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised. Okay, I got to ask you this question. Are you surprised that other guys on the wide receivers aren't pitching as well and the tight
Nope.
ends on how
Nope.
usage? Or do you think they're doing the Elijah Vera Tucker approach where he's going everywhere? A lot of other guys are switching up like Lawson on defense. It didn't work on this side, so they're putting him on this side. Are you surprised or no?
That other guys aren't complaining that they're not getting the carries that they feel they deserve.
Yes. Yes.
No. No, because I feel like Joe Douglas has drafted a lot of team first guys. And I think they understand that, hey, listen, like every week it's not going to be my week. I think everybody understands that. Garrett Wilson I want to see him get like more involved. I want to see the wide receivers get more involved. I really do. Because I think Zach Wilson, yes, we eased him in. We gave him some easy stuff. The crowd, we all love him. I want to start
Mhm.
seeing some more from him. I don't want to
Yeah.
see anything unnecessary, but yeah, like this is like a good stat. 18 for 28, 200. Yeah, I agree with this. 212 yards, two touchdowns. Sign me up for that. I'd sign up for that. And
Wow.
34-13. Wow, yeah, that'd be.
Whoa. That's
I
generous.
mean, in all fairness, nobody was expecting 27-10 against the Packers,
I
so
did.
it's not.
I did not.
Oh, this is a good question from
Well,
Anthony.
I I'm
Yes.
gonna ask I'm gonna answer this question.
Okay.
There's two ways this could go. If Elijah Moore decides that this weekend he's giving it to the weekend, he goes on vacation, he goes on a little getaway or whatever, and he's in his own head and he reflects on everything this week and comes out and apologizes and he's ready to go and he just totally admits everything, then I would be like, okay, there's a little bit of saving, but he's got to work his butt off to get back on everyone's good grades, especially Jets fans, because we don't forget. Let's be honest
Nope.
here. We don't forget. So if he
Nope.
comes out and apologizes and everything, talk to his teammates, talk to everybody, but if he's still in his own little crap and if he comes back next week and expects nothing is wrong, then yeah, he will get booed. He will get booed. So there's two ways that could go. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think he will get booed. I think it's going to be in the same way, but never say
Yep.
never. But what do you think?
He's absolutely. dude, the amount of fan base that the fan base is going after him hard. Like some people are like, I hate him, this and that.
Mhm.
Like there's no way in hell that they're cheering this guy. There's no way in hell.
Yeah, I like this
You
one.
know,
The other guys are about team first. They
yeah,
understand that winning team. Yeah, I mean, look at Sauce Gardner and Brees Hall's tweets. I mean,
yeah.
the writings on the wall. Brees Hall liked one of Damian Woody's tweets too, and I mean, it's just they agree
To
that team comes first.
Yeah, to answer your question because I never fully answered it. Yes, I don't think I mean like maybe like they're like a little upset because like they're all competitors and I think that's kind of like what this comes down to is
Mhm.
Elijah Moore's like listen like I'm a competitor. I want to contribute to these wins. I think this is
Right.
where a lot of this stemmed from and I think like it's
Yeah,
fair to
I
think
agree.
that way. Like they're all competitors. Like it's fair to think that way. But there's a time and a place. If the Jets are like
Exactly.
one in like, if they're like 2-4, 1-5, something like that, then yeah, maybe you'd be like, hey, listen, like your game plan obviously isn't working. We're not getting open. We're not getting the production that we need. Like, hey, maybe this isn't the place for me. If they're losing, it's one thing. If it's week 14, 15, we're still not seeing that production from him, that's
I
one thing. Like, hey,
agree.
maybe this isn't a good fit. But when you're going into week 7, you're sitting at 4-2, and you're getting universal praise from this team that everybody was shitting on in the offseason. Stephen A. Brady Quinn, all these guys, Dan Orlovsky, all these guys are shitting. Oh, the Jets are going to be terrible. The season can be
Not
over
Dan.
before it starts.
Not Dan.
Yeah,
Dan
no, yeah,
Orlovsky didn't
Dan
do
has
that.
been supporting. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
see, you understand my point though. Like
Exactly. I agree.
the national media has been bashing this team. So now they're like that. You could argue like the Jets shouldn't even be here. Like the New York Jets should not be 4-2 right now. We think they should, but the national media is going like, no, they shouldn't. Like like in their eyes, we just beaten a bunch of backup quarterbacks. So this is a feel good story. We're doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing. The New York Jets don't have a winning record in the middle to ending of October. This never happens. So for all this feel good to be going on right now, we don't need asshole Elijah Moore saying, "Oh no, 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 like get me out of here," because it's just that is where the same old Jet narrative comes in. Oh look, another diva player. The New York Jets are a dumpster fire once again. Their coaches and their players aren't getting along. I could go off on a rant here. I sense myself
Hey,
starting to go off on that rant, so I'm
that's
kind
fine.
of stopping myself.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I
no,
mean, look what Mike said. You know, more might not get back on the field if Mims field because he
yeah,
could ball out. I mean, that's true, but also it's this one too. He could have been upset, frustrated, even arguing with the coaches. It's the trade request with this fatal mistakes. You don't want that here. I
yes.
mean, I get that, but
Even
he is gonna get booed out of the stadium if he doesn't apologize or whatever. He's gonna have to work a
even if
miracle.
he does,
Yeah,
even if he does. But I don't even think that they give him a mic, like a platform to apologize on. Like I think like
right,
he's just done for the year because like it would have been one thing like if he get sent home and then like you come back and just be like, listen, like
right,
we had an argument, like it happens. Like, dude, I'll be honest with you, I've been sent home from work in the past for arguing. One
right. And
time I
me
never went
too.
back. I was like, yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
is
me
what it
too.
is. Like it's just you have all of these like competitors and like everybody feels like because I've played football, like everybody in the locker room was the best guy on the team. Like it's just the way it is. Like that doesn't change because I mean you really have to believe in yourself. So if he goes, listen, I'm not seeing the production I want, and then like you just have the argument with Sawa and like Sawa goes, all right, why don't you come back Monday or something like when just go home, think about it. Like we'll talk it over, at a later date. That would have been fine. But for him to go, no, 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 dude, I want a trade request. Get me out of this place. This is a toxic environment. I cannot be here. This is just not gonna work. Me being here is not gonna work. What causes that? Where did that come from? Because I don't think it was just this one argument. And if it is, then you know
Well,
what? Then he's
yeah.
very sensitive. And if you're gonna be that sensitive, you're not gonna make it in the NFL. You're just not.
And not only that, I mean, if you see the bunch of tweets and bunch of everything, this has been stemming for a while. This goes way before the Ravens games. Like you can
Yeah.
even see it. You can even see it in One Jets Drive. Like you can just see everything. It's been brewing for a while, and the fact that it's gotten here this quickly, I thought it was going to be like I thought it was going to be like maybe in the end of the year, but the fact that he's doing this now, it's like damn.
Let me
Damn.
let me ask you this. Like, do you think it's fair to expect the Jets to make the playoffs this year?
Do I
Yeah.
expect legit? Um, I think since we're so hot right now, it's a great possibility. I've been looking at the schedule again, and I think the only losses that we'll have is is the Vikings. I think we're gonna lose against the Vikings,
I'm
but
tying this in just to let you know. Like this is not just a random question.
oh no, I think we'll tie against the Vikings. Um, but
We're gonna
overall,
tie with the Vikings?
no, we win. Like we'll win against the
Oh.
Vikings.
Oh, okay. All right, no, all
Um,
right.
but overall, even if we win this game, like we still have a great shot. 5-2. That's like that's wild card. I mean, that could be
It's better than
could
four and
potentially
three.
it's potentially going for a wild card.
Okay. So
But
you think it is a fair possibility to expect playoffs. The reason I'm saying this, so let's say we go to the playoffs, maybe we could even pull a game out of our ass and win a playoff game. So now we're in the second round of the playoffs. I don't think this team's making the Super Bowl, but
yeah,
let's say we make it, even if we just have like a feel good season, we finish like 9-8,
right,
10-7,
right, right.
maybe you beat a team in the playoffs. And we look,
Mm,
and we're sitting here next year, next offseason, and we're looking back saying, you know what, there's a lot of excitement around this team. You know, uh, they beat a game in the playoffs, great things, but Elijah Moore didn't like contribute. Like, do you really think like we're gonna be saying that? Like, no, like it's not about Elijah Moore. It's about the New York Jets. You know, even if like I'm saying, like if he doesn't say like if this trade stuff never happens, like it just continues to be like the way it is, he continues to have a down year, then you know what you say? I expect more from him next year. I hope he breaks out next year. But it's like if we have a great season, I don't think the attention is on Elijah Moore having a down year,
mm,
right?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like I don't think like we're not saying it was a great season. Like look at those running backs. Like Brees Hall, Michael Carter, they're great. Braxton Berrios had a great season. But Elijah Moore, like we can't have that from him. Like I just don't think we're saying that.
right,
Any Jets fan. So it's just like for him to go out and just feel the way that he feels, that I cannot be here because we're winning and I'm not winning in my opinion. Then you know what, dude? Go find a better situation for yourself. That's what I have to say about it. Go somewhere else. Go have your 1,000 yard season and go 1-16. I don't care. 1-17, whatever. I don't care. What do you want me to tell you? Like
right.
that's the way I'm looking at it. So we've been on offense for a little. You want to get into the defense a little bit?
Sure. Let's go defense, bro. All right,
All right.
you
Well, do we have
start.
some comments to catch up on? Like I don't want to be leaving anybody in the dark here. Are we all good?
No, I know. I've been putting them up there.
All right. Yeah, I was on my rant a little bit,
It's okay.
but no, I appreciate everybody in the comment section. Jets all time show. What's going on? I don't think I said hello to you yet. Anthony, I said hello to. Yeah, I appreciate everybody in here. But so let's get to the defense a little bit. So, what are you expecting from this defensive line? Do you think we're going to be able to get to Russell Wilson a lot? Because the Chargers were getting to Russell Wilson.
Wait, what? Broncos? What do you mean?
Do you
Oh,
think
the
our
game.
defense?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
The game on Sunday that we're
No,
going over.
I thought you were talking about the Chargers and Broncos, right? That game, right?
Well, yeah, I was just saying that like that their defensive line was able to get to Russell Wilson. Like, do you think the Jets defensive line could do the same?
Hell yeah, that offensive line sucks. They're gonna mull over. They're gonna mull over him. Russell Wilson is gonna have a bad game. There's no if he does, I'll be extremely shocked. They have
You're
great
scaring me,
weapons.
Gino.
They have great weapons on wide receivers. I mean, you can agree with that. They have
Yeah,
so
no,
great.
yeah.
They got great weapons, and they got a great running game. And their tight end
Jerry
is
Judy,
okay. Yeah, I mean, and Sutton,
Melvin
Palmer,
Gordon.
and then
Yeah,
Williams too. It's just, and they've been getting that rookie guy involved on running back too. We can mow over this offensive line. We can definitely beat these guys on offense. I'm not worried about the defense at all. We have two of the best cornerbacks in the game. Yes, I am saying it. The two best cornerbacks in the
that's fair.
game.
That's fair.
There's no way. No way.
The Jets all-time show. He's predicting a pick six. I'd like to
I
see
could
the
see
pick
that.
six from Sauce. I want to see another one from Sauce.
That'd be dope.
It would be. And then maybe he like rides a horse out of Mile High. Who knows?
Sorry, Mike. I gotta. Sorry. I know he's out. I'm just naming all the weapons that they have had. So I know he's out for the year. They had some weapons. I know their star wide receiver is out, Patrick too, and Williams as
Yep.
well. I'm just saying they got all kinds of good guys, and now the rookies are stepping up in those positions. So
Right, right.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, man, they're really letting you know about this. Anthony's letting you know. Like
yeah, I know. Yeah, they're all letting me know. It's
you
okay.
gotta be
It's all
you
right.
gotta be on your P's and Q's in this group chat tonight, in this
I
live
guess
chat.
so. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the defense, like I'm expecting it. Who do you think Cortland Sutton gets on? Do you think Sauce gets him, or do you think DJ Reed gets him? And who gets Jerry Judy?
I think Sauce is gonna have Sutton. Sutton is strong and tall. So is Gardner. And Reed can
Yeah,
definitely get Reed can definitely shut down Judy.
I agree with that. Yeah, you want the tall guys going against the tall guys. I don't think it makes sense to have um Reed on Sutton. So
What does the chat think? You think Reed should be on Judy? You think Sutton should be on you think Gardner should be on Sutton? I think they should. Because of the length. They're very
that's a fair
lengthy.
matchup.
I mean, they're
That's a fair
very lengthy. They're
matchup.
very tall. So play
Yeah,
the
I mean,
size, not the man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yep,
That's what I'm
I agree with
saying. Gardner's got the size and tall. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
that. Do you think our safeties step up this game, or what do you think Whitehead and Joyner are going to be doing?
I think they were just gonna do like they did last game. I mean,
Like we don't really notice them.
they were productive. I mean, they were productive. They were good. They weren't like what Gardner and Reed are doing, but they're
Right.
productive. I think it's going to be the same thing. They're productive.
What about linebackers?
I expect Quan to hit the fuck out of someone.
Yes.
I expect Quincy to hit the fuck out of someone. I expect Mosley to quarterback this defense again. But man, I cannot wait for Quincy and Quan to go off. I really
We have to
do.
have some of the most violent linebackers in the league. We have to, dude. You hear
And
the
you wouldn't think
crack
we
every
do.
single week.
We wouldn't think we do.
Yeah,
Oh, here we
yeah,
go. And Whitehead here, I love this. Would love to see a safety blitz from Whitehead was very good blitzing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we only seen that a few times. I want him to do more. I want him to do more
yeah.
of that. He's
How
good at
many?
that. He's good at that.
Yes, yeah, I agree. That's a good way to scheme them open. Um, how many sacks do you think our defensive line is having? And like, who do you think's having a breakout game? Do you think Quinn continues to steamroll over opposing offensive lines, or do you think like Sheldon Rankins has more of a big game? JFM, what are you thinking?
Um, I really love I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love what Oldbrook is doing with this defensive line. I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Yeah,
the
believe it,
fact
bro.
I mean
They've
he hit
improved.
yeah, they've improved. I'm gonna eat that. I've been eating that receipt. I love what he
Yeah,
did with Lawson, switching him over to the left side, switching him over the right side. I love that he's switching all these guys up. It played their they played their strengths. I love that Clemens is getting more involved. Jacob Martin is even getting involved. I'm like, damn. So it's like I think JFM's going to continue his streak. I think Quinnen's going to continue his streak. And you know what? I really do think Lawson is going to break out along
yeah,
with Clemens. I think Clemens is going to keep doing great on special teams. I think he's going to these guys are going to mull over. I really do think they're going to mull over this offensive line. I really do. Six sacks total.
wow. Okay.
I mean, their offense is bad. This offense
Yeah,
is
no, it's
bad. And
yeah, it
Huff,
is.
I want Huff to get more involved. Huff is the
Yes.
most
Yep.
underrated. Huff is the most underrated guy on our defense.
Yeah. No, he is.
Hands down. Hands down.
Got the hiccups. Great. This is great. I had the hiccups.
You'll be fine.
I'll try my best to not let it interfere with the show. But Anything else on defense that you want to cover?
I want to cover. Actually, I'm good. I think the defense is going to do well.
Yeah, so with my opinion, I think they're gonna have a big game as well. I think that I don't know if Russell is gonna be like more of like a mobile quarterback, like where he escapes the pocket if it's collapsing. I guess that could be like a reason that like maybe we won't have too many sacks. But I think if we just get a lot of pressures, I think that would do the job too. Of course, you want to see them get home, you want to see them get the sack, but I think the what?
No, I know. I said right. Like, agreed.
I
Sorry,
didn't hear
my
what you
bad.
said. No, that's
Go
okay.
on.
So yeah, like even like just like the pressures, I think will be good enough. Just something to rattle Russell Wilson. If you can get him rattled early, then I think that's if the defensive line can rattle Russell Wilson, I think that's when Sauce and Reed really come into play.
Agreed.
Because I
100%.
think he's going to start panicking, and I think he's just going to be throwing the ball, hoping that maybe like Jerry Judy is down, down there somewhere. But do you think that the Jets' defensive line is going to be able to stop Melvin Gordon in the running backs, or? Yeah, see, like, look at it. He's saying he believes that Russell is out for the game. Do we
But
not like? I don't know if he's playing or not.
dude, they said that people keep confusing me. Like they said he's playing, and then because remember his press conference, he's got Wolverine blood. So like
Yeah,
I'm confused. I'm confused. Like
yeah.
here, let's go. Here, let's go to that. Let's go to that thing again.
It
Here,
said limited practice. Like he should play.
yeah, I still think he plays. I really do think he plays.
They have so
What
many
is this?
guys out, dude.
Dude, they do. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, wow, they really do.
Hamstring, limited, questionable. Huh. I don't
I
know.
think he'll play. Worst case scenario, they just pull him. I mean, that's not like obviously the best way to go about it. That's how the Jets handled Mekhi Becton. But I mean, it's a hamstring injury. Like maybe just stretch him out and see how he feels.
True.
You know.
True. You never
So
know.
I think if we could stuff the running backs and then if we could have Sauce and Reed really shut down the wide receivers, and that's definitely a recipe to win the game.
He's right. Gordon does
Yeah, he does
fumble a
fumble
lot.
about. So maybe we see Quinn Williams have another fumble recovery. I'd like to see Quinn Williams get a touchdown.
Just like
How
he
great would that
shoved
be?
Hill. Just like he shoved
Yeah,
Hill. That was
he took his
dope.
lunch money.
Oh
Yep.
my
Yep.
god, I loved it.
So let's get into special teams a little bit. Do you trust special teams at Mile High?
Hell yeah. It doesn't even freaking matter where we're at. Special teams, Boyer. I mean, Westhoff is saying good things about Boyer. I mean, it's so cool to see what Boyer. I mean, we all didn't like Boyer. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else did or not. I'm not speak for everybody, but a lot of people didn't like Boyer. Me, I was like, let's give Boyer some time. Let's just give him some time. And
He
it's really
survived
been good.
multiple, or he survived multiple coaching staff changes.
Yeah,
So
great. I mean, I special teams is gonna be great. I
yep.
have no issues there. But here, don't be shocked if knock him out and he is already banged up and don't want. Yeah, it's like a Roger. It's like a Teddy Bridgewater Rogers situation because Rogers came out of the game with his thumb. So I totally get that.
We're starting to enter that time of year where players are really starting to get banged up and they're like, getting
Right.
shot up and playing before, like playing while injured. So if the Jets can stay healthy and like their defensive line, is staying healthy, knock on wood, then that's such a huge
Yeah.
advantage for us, dude. Maybe that's when those rotationals like that rotation starts paying its dividends.
Right.
Who
Right.
knows?
And I mean, I agree with Mike says I believe turnovers are going to be a big factor. That's why I predicted 34-13. That's cool. I mean, that's cool. But I agree with Anthony. Is so underrated for us. This guy's, I mean, he is. I mean, like I've been saying all season long, and even when he came, the Saints were so upset that they didn't re-sign Hardy. They were
Yeah.
pissed. My friends, my family that are Saints fans, they were pissed that he went to the Jets. All
Yep.
Twitter. Like I was like, okay, all right, let's go. I'm cool with
Yeah.
this.
Let's go. Let's
So,
roll with it.
so
All right. So I think we basically covered every position on the team. So what is your final score prediction?
together now you're seeing the court. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're
Yep.
seeing a good product on the field. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep. I agree with that.
Um, what'd you say?
Do you think we'll keep the winning streak going? Like, what is your score prediction?
Yes. I'm gonna pull a Gunny. Gunny's always doing air quotes, and he's always saying, "Okay, I'm gonna predict this," because he's always been going too high. I have been going medium. I haven't been too low or high. I've been medium. We're gonna win 25-17 Jets
25-17. Okay.
because of the defense. Because of the
I'm gonna
defense.
go. I'm gonna go 35-14. Jets.
Ooh.
The Jets
Okay.
prove that they've been kind of a high-scoring team in the last couple of weeks. I think we could do it. 40 points against Miami, 27 against the Packers. Like I think we could score some points here. I think they're gonna run the ball down.
All right, so this is what he's talking about. So this other show that I was on with Gunny and Banks, he's saying Gino get to build because I've been going to church a lot. I've been going almost every day just to keep go with the Lord right now, and like
Good job.
he keeps saying keep going to church, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And I'm like, all right, I guess I got to build my own church now.
We're
That's
gonna
what
worship
Anthony's
Gino.
talking about.
That's
No,
cool.
no,
That's funny.
don't. Oh man,
It's
I
funny.
love it. I love it.
I love like
Um,
when the chat's like all interactive and stuff. It makes me
it's good
laugh.
stuff. We guys appreciate your comments. We do. But yeah,
Yeah.
25-17. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Like I'm
I am
getting
too.
up. I gotta get my espresso. Like I'm excited. This is gonna be a good weekend. Like I am so pumped. Like
Yeah.
screw that more shit. Like let's go. We have another opportunity to capitalize on a team that sucks with chemistry. I mean, it sucks with chemistry. We have another opportunity. Let's go, man. Let's
Yep.
go. Appreciate you,
Thank
Anthony.
you,
Appreciate you,
Anthony. Yeah,
Mike.
you're awesome too.
Appreciate all the guys, viewers
Yep.
and
Yep.
comments. Appreciate y'all.
It's gonna be such a long weekend for me, dude. So I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm going fishing after this stream ends, and I'm probably
Oh,
gonna
there
be
you
out there
go.
until like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, dude. So I'm pulling over 24 hours. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Woo.
I guess I'll go grab a Red Bull or something. But yeah, man, I'm
Here we
super
go.
excited for this weekend.
There are funerals.
Yeah, there are
I
normally
mean, he's
funerals.
not wrong. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I remember like when I went to the Jets Bengals game last year, and like they wore the black. It was all over Twitter. Jets are wearing black to their own funerals. So
Right.
maybe we're wearing black to a couple other teams' funerals. Maybe the Patriots' funeral. I like that.
Hey, I think Mike's right. We are going to win against the Patriots. We're going to go 6-2 against Buffalo, and we'll see what happens with Buffalo. If we can keep this winning streak up, that plays a lot in going into the Buffalo game. Miami can do it. Hey, why not us? Let's
Yeah,
go.
Vinny the Jets is back. Vinny, you see, you're at the beginning of the stream. You're at the end of the stream. Thank you for coming through. What you going fishing for, Liam? I'm going for stripers. Some nice big striped bass, not over 35 inches.
Yeah.
I
Appreciate
know
you,
all the rules
Mike.
and
Appreciate you,
regulations. Yep.
Anthony, Vinny.
Yep. All right, everybody.
Appreciate it,
Thank you
buddy.
guys for all being in here. So, we that's gonna wrap it up for our Jets Broncos preview video. Vinny, go get some sleep, my friend.
Yeah, man, you got kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
go
man.
drink some more milk.
I've been praying for you, Vinny. I've been praying for everybody.
Oh,
Bless
Anthony's
up.
been
Bless up.
best fighting fish pound for pound since or pound for pound. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be a nice little fight out there. I'm excited for it. So
That's why Vinny can't sleep because of his kids. I totally get it.
yeah, that happens. But all right, fellas, have a good night, everybody. Gino, you enjoy the rest of your night as well. We're gonna be doing reels over the weekend, so definitely stay
Right.
tuned for that. Especially before the game and during halftime and a couple other times. If you guys
Exactly.
like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's never hurt anybody. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, if you haven't done so already. Click that bell for the notifications to be on. Follow us on all social media platforms at Everything NYJ. Have a good night. We'll talk to you guys soon. We're gonna talk some more New York Jets momentarily soon. Take care.